How's it going, everyone? It's Bomberman Dan, and this is the second game of the Ragor Jlazny best of 3 match. And if you did not watch the previous game, Ragor won a pretty decisive game over Jlazny on Metalopolis. And this is the second game of that on Tal'Darim Altered, ESL version, I believe. So we do have Ragor, our green Protoss player, in the bottom left spawn, and Jlazny, our blue Terran player, at the top right spawn. And we are playing on double speed, so take that into account, because it is a 24-minute game, to try to reduce that as possible. And we do see the supply depot go down fairly far at this kind of choke area, so we can kind of see. Maybe we can see Jlazny going for some sort of a fast expand, but we do see the barracks get built back here instead of, a wall off at this ramp. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. We do see Ragor build his first gateway down here near this choke, which is kind of choking off to his natural. But anyway, pretty standard opening build. We do have a second Rax on the way by Jlazny. And we will have our cybernetics core go down. So again, pretty standard. And we are trying to get a zealot out as fast as possible. We get our first gas, as well as Jlazny. And who is going to be finishing up this second barracks. And let's get our production tab going. Another pile on the way. Our cybernetics core is almost done. And again, we will be pumping out Marines from these two barracks that are choking off this choke even more. And we do see a bunker go down, so we may actually just see an early expansion go down, but it is kind of past the time that you would have an expansion or an early expansion go down. So you do have to watch out for that 4-gate timing attack around the 6-7 minute mark or something around there. We have our as our second zealot out. He has not scouted with a probe, so he is going to be scouting with zealots to look around the map. We do have our warp gate technology, but it is not being chrono boosted, but instead our Nexus is, so we should really probably be thinking about chrono boosting our warp gate technology instead. But we do have a forge go down, so like a 1-1-1 build here, and we are putting units into this bunker because I guess we are planning on teching up. So we do see a command center, or an orbital command getting researched. And our cybernetics core is halfway done. Again, no chrono boost on that. Come on, we need that. So the forge isn't really doing too much unless this is a photon cannon, which it is. So we are kind of getting this choke going pretty well. Forge some defense. We did sadly lose that zealot, so no micro there, I guess. But whatever. We do have another gateway go down, which this late into the game, we should be probably seeing more. We have a little bit too much gas here. I'm not sure if that's with the strategy or not for both players. So we probably could have skipped off on that second assimilator. We do have a photon cannon in the mineral line, or behind the mineral line, which is early. We're not sure if we need that quite yet. I wouldn't say any cloaked banshees anytime soon, but whatever. We do have warp gate technology, just as this second warp gate gateway is finished. So we do have 2 gateways getting built, and we do have a Nexus go up here. As we saw in the last game, a ninja kind of expand is going on, which is very, very risky, but I guess he planned on that. Jlazny did not scout that one expansion. He can get away with it again, but this is very far away for him to protect. But he does have this watchtower, so we can kind of keep it. We do see a large push by Jlazny with a couple Marauders and a lot of Marines, and this army really, I don't know. We do have 41 supply to 45, but we do have that zealot over there. We do have the additional probes, or do we at least? And I don't know about this. This is going to be a pretty strong push. We do have the command center on the way for Jlazny, like we saw before. Not very early. They are expanding at about the same time. But we will see that poke right now. Oh! Not quite sure if he's going. He is going to go for it. He does take out. Oh my gosh! Will it be enough? We do see some stutter step going on. Oh, he's going to lose those zealots. So some bad micro there by Ragor, some pretty good one by Jlazny. He's going to warp in some more units. He's going to do the same thing again with that Zealot and going to finish off that Zealot. The cannon's going to go down. And he's going to be facing some Stalkers against some Marauders, so that's never good. He's going to push even farther into the main with his Marauders. It is not looking too good for Ragor. He is going to push a lot harder. He's going to try to warp in those units. He could have killed those Zealots before they had warped in, but he does not. He decides to go for like the kite stutter step move, which will favor Jlazny just a little bit. So decent job by Ragor holding that off. We do see the units killed. Ragor does again favor, but not so much when we're looking at resources, which very much favors our Terran player, as we can see that. Now we do have Stimpack on the way, and we have Blink Stalkers as well as +1 attack, and we are actually mining at our expansion. Both players are actually, and we do see a similar supply. So really, that was defended actually decently well, but I'm not quite sure where all that supply is going, or extra minerals are going for our player Jlazny. I guess they will be going into these factories. So we do have our Stimpack for our Marines and Marauders. And we do have a Dark Shrine going down. And where is that Dark Shrine? Our Dark Shrine is actually at our expansion, so at our vulnerable point, it is just finished. So we have Stalkers, Blink Stalkers, because that is finished, a Robotics Facility, and Dark Shrine. So Dark Templar is on the way, and we aren't making much. We do have an Observer coming up. As for Jlazny, we do have that small army here, but we will be making siege tanks with probably siege tech. Not yet. There it goes. And a starport for the Medivacs like we saw in the last game. So again, a standard build by Jlazny that we did see in the last game. Medivacs, Marines, Marauders, and siege tanks. So we do have a bit of map control by Ragor. He is moving around the Stalker, looking around for expansions. He does have this watchtower, which is what we haven't been seeing very much from Jlazny. He has not been scouting at all. He's not been using scans, as far as I've seen, to really check around to see where this is. And what you can really see is, not yet, but in Jlazny's position, like if you start to see Immortals or a lot of like very heavy units, I would say DTs would probably count. High Templars, definitely Colossus. You can probably conclude they are not on one base, and if they are, you have a very good position. But you should really check, because you know you really won't be seeing a lot of those units unless you're mining off of 2 base like Ragor is. And he's doing a really good job of kind of keeping this hidden. Isn't really producing units from there to move out and stuff like that, which is a good job by him. And we do see our supply is coming back to favor each other, not favor, but equal each other out. We do have Charge on the way, and we have, what was that, Warp Prism. We do get the scan here to see the Dark Templars, but I don't know if he really actually saw that very well. I'm not sure if he was listening. Let me talk normally. I don't know if he was watching very well to see if he could see that, but we do see the Warp Prisms kind of move down here. Not sure if he doesn't want those to be spotted or what. And we do see a push out by Ragor, who does have a lot of map control. He can tell that he's not going to be pressured anytime soon. But we do see this sizable force in front of Jlazny's base. The bunker over here and the 2 siege tanks in kind of staggered positions. And we do see Ravens on the way by Jlazny, which will mix things up a bit as detection units. So I'm guessing he did see the Dark Templar, and he opted to get Ravens instead of, I guess, scans or missile turrets. So an interesting play there, and we'll see how that turns out. We do see the Warp Prisms coming along back, and will that be a dual strike pincer attack? You might actually force the army to attack him here while he drops in the main. We do see the Warp Prism come up. It has not been seen by Jlazny, and we will see the drop. He is still not looking at his mini-map. We see the Zealots go out and the Dark Templar, and he's going to warp in units. He's going to warp in Stalkers, maybe to see if this command center actually lifts up. But he actually does kill a lot of the SCVs, and he's going to probably take out the command center. He does not move his units in time. He does move it. Oh, but he does lose the command center. And he still has Dark Templars. He does manage to scan. He knows there are Dark Templars. But will he kill them all in that one scan? He does not. So there are Dark Templars running around. He does do a front attack, but that might not be very successful because we do have siege tanks. and he will be able to take care of that. But there are DTs and Stalkers back here still, and there was a scam, but there were no units there, so there was really pretty much useless. But he does get the Ravens back, and he probably will be able to clean this up fairly easily. But in the meantime, we do see an expansion being built by Ragor, so good plays there, good micro. Does manage to take out that and save the 2 War Prisms, and keep the Observer in the base, which does delay Jlazny very much so. Who is mining off of 1 base, and I believe Ragor is mining off of 1.5, I would say right now. So actually just 1, because he is pulling his units. We do see +1 shields on the way, and he has 2 Colossus in that time, as well as DT, Stalkers, and Zealots. So he is in a very good position. We can look at the units killed, which very much favors our Protoss player with 73 units killed to 41 and 20 workers killed, which is a big win there, as well as resources actually fairly close to each other, but Ragor has hindered a lot of the production to our Terran player. We do see a push here. Not what I would say a very good play by Jlazny. I don't know what position. I don't know if he knows what position he's in. He does decide to pull back a little, and does not even check the watchtowers, as I think are. He's still controlled. There we go. We will see them get attacked, so he probably will clean that up. We are now mining on this third base, as well as our second base, which is fully saturated, and we are still getting gas from our first base. As for our production tab, we will see more Colossus tech on the way and armor. Our Terran player, Jlazny, cannot really produce off of any of this because he is mining off of 1 base. And we do see another DT Zealot drop in the back. So he is going to mock up some supply depots there, which is going to force Jlazny to make even more supply depots. Probably a bad move by Ragor there to attack that. I don't know why. So some mismicro there. So a nice little victory for Jlazny. But we do see these 2 War Prisms, which are actually transforming to make some more Zealots. And we will see the command center go here. He's going to try to expand to this expansion. And is he? He's gonna force the cancel with 2 Zealots. Ah, gosh. Jlazny, you did not need to cancel that. So we do see a sizable force down here. A little bit of everything. We got DTs, we have Colossus, Zealots, and Stalkers. So really a pretty decent unit composition there for what he could be going against. Especially with all the upgrades he has. He is about to get +1 armor. And we do see this base getting close to its end, but this base is almost fully saturated. There are no workers on gas, but you know, you don't need gas considering you're still mining gas from our first base. So good macro by Ragor. He is not keeping his resources down, though. He could actually probably go for another expansion or make more gateways, which he does not have a lot of, or even go for more upgrades and stuff like that. But or even another robotics facility, because he is not producing as much as he could. Look at that, just skyrocket. Now we will see a big army battle here. He is on move command, he does not realize it. He has all of his SCVs pulled, and it just is going to be a slaughter fest for Jlazny. So that's going to be the game. That is all. Yep, there's the GG. And yeah, so good job to Ragor, our Protoss player, and thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later.